Hey, good people. Davia here, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Shaker. I am excited. I'm excited, like I always am. But I've got a young woman here who I have been watching her journey over. We just realized about 15 years, and she bad, okay? I'm going to tell you just a touch of what she does, but the reason I invited her is because of who she is. And so I want to share her with you. Many of you may be familiar. Shaniece's platform is big, and it's just getting bigger. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what she does. I'm so glad that you're here. Shaniece M, business expansion coach and strategist. You developed your own category.
I did.
You did. I never heard of a business expansion coach. You developed your own category, and I love it. CEO and founder of Wise Armstrong and Associates LLC. Shaniece M. is a certified business expansion coach and strategist, a prominent national speaker and best-selling author who has built an entire community of successful business owners and is steadily rising to the top. Yes, you are. As founder and CEO of Wise Armstrong and Associates and the Unstoppable Community, she specializes in helping business owners extend well beyond six figures. She holds 2 business degrees from the Ohio State University. One in marketing and the other in transportation and logistics. I did not know that. And the business coaching and executive training certificates. I can continue on. She is a wife. She is a mom of 2 very beautiful boys. One is almost 17.
Yes.
That shocked me. I asked you how old Brandon was. I said his first name.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. That's fine.
And that surprised me. So junior year.
And
then the little one.
Yes, Xavier.
Oh
yes.
my God. He's a cutie too. Both those babies are cute.
Thank you.
And I remember seeing Brandon when he was little.
Yeah.
So I met you many, many years ago, and you have done, it's been fun to watch your life shift and change and grow from the outside. I am certain that it wasn't always fun.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't always fun.
No,
That's not how life goes.
No,
right?
it's not.
We learn through the struggles. I didn't mention that you're also a minister.
Yes.
Your faith is strong. It guides you. It is a part of your business structure.
Yeah.
And let's start with that, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Can you tell me about how you knew to integrate, lead, I don't know what words you would use, your faith in your business structure?
Well, I ran from it for so long. I ran from ministry. Like, I accepted my call about 4 years ago, but I ran from it. And then I always felt like, how can I pull faith into the business world? Because, in corporate, you can't combine the two, And so I'm like, but these business owners need more than what they're getting. Who are they calling on? You know what I mean? Like, as business owners and entrepreneurs, we walk by faith. We every day we're expecting God to do this, do that, do this. And we may not say it that way, but we're looking for clients. We're looking for leads. We want to grow our revenue. We want opportunities. All of that is by faith. And so when I walked into ministry and I literally dissected my business, and I'm like, I cannot do this without God. I cannot run this coaching firm without God. I can hire as many people as possible, but it will not move the way I needed to move without calling on him. And so it just naturally, after I accepted my call and I really pressed more into the dynamics of running a business beyond just the everyday, like systematically, I pulled in the spiritual world, because you have to have both. One of my books is called Where Faith and Business Collide, because when you have that collision is when you fully say, God, take the scene, like take the driver's seat. You know what I mean? I need you to take over. I will do the work. I need you to bless the work. That's the conversation. Like, me and God talk that way. I need you to bless the work. There we go. I need you to.
It's moving today. I'm sorry.
It's moving. It's
your friend
talking
today.
to me today.
Yeah.
But and so it just kind of, when I fully accepted my ministerial walk, that's when my eyes were open, and it was like, no, Shaniece, you're running this business coaching firm, but you need the Lord to take he's your CEO. And so when I began to integrate the two, so many people said, Shaniece, this is what I've been looking for. You know, everybody teaches about business, but no one teaches about the faith walk that we take as entrepreneurs. I just talked to a young lady who's like, I just walked away from my job. And I'm like, okay, did the Lord tell you to do that? And she's like, yes, that's her faith walk, you know? And so now everything that she does will line up with her faith walk, because if the Lord told her to step out, then he's going to bring all of it together. So I don't know. It's just when I decided, and I think I just got tired of running from my call. I do. I think the Lord just kind of wore me out.
So when we talk about call, we use that word a lot.
Yeah.
And certainly in faith circles, but also it's just kind of, I was called to do this.
I was called.
It's a colloquial term now. What does that mean to you? How do you know you were called to?
Because it's in my gifting. It's been spoken over my life many times, a prophetic word spoken over my life. I mean, that is a wonderful question, but it's been prophesied over my life. Is, you know, the different things that I've done, what I do, even as a business coach, I'm ministering to my clients.
I have been a client. I wasn't a great client.
It's okay. I love you.
I wasn't ready to move. I thought I was, and the way you were pushing me, I think I didn't see who I was or what, you know, I didn't understand that I was a brand, all those kind of things. I wasn't ready to accept all that.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't ready to work.
Yeah.
I thought it was. So, I mean, I paid my money and bowed out, but I might be ready now.
You ready? I think you're ready. I think you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing.
But in one of your coaching groups, it is so layered. The group becomes, it's like a cohort.
Yeah.
I don't know if it closes at some point, but it was a cohort that I was involved in. You probably do many things. There was a curriculum, but there was community developed. And we started to care about each other's businesses, and we would hear each other's stories. And sometimes the story wasn't about your business problem. Sometimes the story was about, I'm exhausted from this, from living my life as a wife, as a mother, as a human on this place. And I just need to be a woman right now.
Yeah.
And the community would surround.
Yeah.
And there wasn't judgment when you hadn't done your assignment. There was, we understand. However, the next step may require this thing, so move as you can, but move.
But move.
But move.
But move.
And I'm like, you know. I did take some things.
Good.
I did grow. I did take some things. I did grow in some ways. And I think we'll talk off camera about whether it's time for me to reengage in what way. But I have seen your effect firsthand on businesses, but on the women who own those businesses. Yeah. That is a gift. That is a calling. You want to say something?
Yeah, most business coaches are very structured and they stay in the business realm. But for me, when you come into my coaching program, you bring all of you. Yes. You bring your motherhood. You bring your wifehood. You bring. A lot of my clients still work in corporate. Sure. You bring all of that. You bring your situations. You bring your issues, and I give you space. You know, I may have a coaching session where we don't talk about business at all. I have clients that have come and just cried. And so that's when the Lord that's why I had to incorporate Christ in there, because it may be a session where I just minister. Not in business, but through the Holy Spirit. You know, it may be where I'm just giving you a prophetic word that the Lord gave me. And so that's what I tell people up front. I am a Christian-based coaching program. If that doesn't resonate with you, if it's not in your spirit, there are other coaches out there. It took me a long time to be confident
to be bold enough
and say that and know that I could lose money.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You know, in my older age now, I'm like, I'd rather be right with God when it comes to coaching. When my clients leave me, I want them to be able to say, I seen God in Shaniece. I seen the Christ in her. I've gotten what I needed. And the beautiful thing, most of my clients keep coming back, you know, and I love that because I give them the open door, you know, but I use wisdom and I use discernment with my clients. I had a client the other day. She was so heavy and I'm like, okay, pause. The Lord is telling me something's going on at home. I'm giving you a free space. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. This is confidential. But if you want to talk about it, I'm giving you space to do it. And so I had to shift the conversation. And then when we were done with that, we went back into, okay, now this is what I need you to do in business. This is how I need you to show up. What are your systems? What are your programs? What's your pricing? And so I just kind of move, by the spirit. I don't know any other way to do it, and I think that that's what resonates with a lot of the people who work with me.
It's funny, I can think of, and I can really relate to when your purpose is to minister to the person, not so much the outcome, but the individual that's in front of you. I can think of 2 incidents with clients when I was seeing more clients regularly, that I don't know that would be in the book, but there was a woman that came to me. It was a regular. She was regular, and she barely made it to the office. She was so tired. She could barely keep her eyes open. I was concerned about her driving home. There was no way she could engage a session with that level of fatigue. I had a couch and a pillow and a blanket. I would set the alarm. Why don't you take a 20-minute nap? I'm going to go out here and do paperwork, and we'll come back and see if you're ready to talk. And that was what she needed.
Yeah.
Now, should I have pressed send to her insurance company for a 60-minute session? Yeah. She was so grateful that I saw her. Yeah. I didn't have this agenda. We got to do our therapy for 60 minutes. You can't do that, and you can't get home.
You did that for me, though.
Did I do that for you?
You did that for me. You did that for me. So everybody, my first marriage, I'm remarried. I'm divorced and remarried. My first marriage, that's where we met. Yeah. She was my therapist. And it was one session, I was just going through so much in that space. I was early 30s and trying to make a marriage work that did not need to work. And you saw me. You saw me behind me, pressing you, I wanted you to tell me, you got to save us. Like that's the energy, that I brought to our counseling sessions, because my family is a family of marriage. If my father was still living, my parents probably would be married close to 50 years. My grandmother passed away in January. They were married 70 something years. Yeah. So I come from a family of marriage. And so I was pushing it. I'm like, we
don't do divorce.
We don't do divorce. Yeah. So work your magic. I need you to work your magic. Yeah. And there was a point where you just saw me and you just gave me space to just kind of relax because I was so anxious. I'm like, this has to work. What are people going to say? What's my family going to say? And there was a session, and you probably don't remember it, where you were just like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And I don't know if I could fully receive it in that moment because I didn't think it was going to be okay, but I wanted it to be okay. But you reassured me. It was almost like you were saying, no matter which way the wind blows, it's going to be okay. Yeah. And it's important for us in our gifting and the things that we do to be able to see our clients. Yeah. And that was forever changing for me because that's when I started thinking like, maybe it'll be okay if it's not okay.
I remember thinking that there were so many outside forces that were keeping you from seeing your own mind.
Yeah.
And choosing your own will.
Yeah.
And when you stepped away, and that was a risk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was a big risk. Mm-hmm. And you decided to see your situation and see you, and it was actually healthier.
Yeah.
To divorce. That's when. But I got to tell you, I struggled because I was in a faith-based practice. I'm a Christian now. I'm licensed by the state of Ohio, so you don't have to share my faith base for me to treat you. But that was early on. It was early on in my counseling, maybe a couple of years in, and I thought it was my duty to make sure this marriage stayed together. If I'm working with a couple, I've got to keep them together. And in my spirit, I was not comfortable. These people can't grow in this way. He needed space too. I remember working through, I feel like I should call it, working through some judgment.
Yeah.
When I first saw him, he just seemed disengaged, but I think he was depressed. And it took some time for me to on the individual space for me to be able to give him that space as well. But I thought I had failed. I thought I had failed my duty. It didn't feel like I had failed inside. I was conflicted. And it was years later talking to you, because you later went on to somebody else or made some other decisions, which I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
having different voices at different
beautiful,
times.
Yeah.
And you thanked me. Can I tell you? You know, it took me a while to release that. I grew from that. I grew from my encounter with you. Gosh, 12, 15, I don't know how many years ago that was. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. We both have definitely grown.
For sure.
Yeah, but I think what resonates with me when you said that you saw her, and I think that that's the special thing about you, is that you see beyond. It's like beyond the wall. Yeah, and
that is my desire.
But you know, it's really important. One of my books is called Activating Your Gifts. And it's really important for us to take time to know our gifting and to be able to understand our gifting. And that was yours for me in that moment, just seeing me and allowing me to be honest with myself. And I feel like I carried that into my coaching because I allow my client, I'm like, listen, is this really what you want to do? Who are you running this business for? Are you running it for you or your husband or your family? Like, why are you doing this? Because if you're not doing it for you, it will never succeed. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And so I think that is, I know that is a piece of your gifting that has carried on into me. So, yeah, you didn't fail.
I'm receiving this prophetic space.
Yeah, you didn't fail.
You know? Yeah, I think it is. And I think also one of the reasons why I was stuck was I didn't know. I knew what I didn't want to do, but I don't think I really knew why I didn't want to do it. And what are the things that I just enjoyed? Could that really be where I lean into? I kept talking about the podcast. So the podcast started as there was no plan. I fell into it. It seemed fun. And so now I see that it's a real thing, and it's a vehicle, and it's a thing in and of itself. And of course, now I'm an author too. So there's been so much growth. And I think this space of, and I feel like I gathered this from the time I was in your coaching cohort, of the room to figure it out. But oh gosh, I forgot my point. Well, it's part of my charm. It'll come back.
It'll come back.
It's important. Yeah. Let's talk about, I don't know if it was something you wrote in your bio when I read it earlier, or you said to me, you call yourself a mompreneur.
Oh, you saw my video.
It was your video.
So I put a video out yesterday. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Say more.
Mompreneur. So sometimes I feel like, you know, as women, a lot of us feel like, and I'll say us, that we can't have it all. We can't be a successful mom. We can't be a successful wife. We can't be a successful business owner all at the same time. But I feel like you can. And so as a mompreneur, I am a mother first. I tell my clients, listen, if my kids call or my husband calls, I'm going to put our session on mute. I'm going to answer the phone and I'll be right back. Because that's the most important thing besides the Lord in my life. And so I established those boundaries in the beginning. And so being a mompreneur is still being a successful mother and still being a successful business owner. And we can have the best of both worlds. And so that's really what a mompreneur is. You are a mother, and that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about, you know, being a woman. If you know, no matter if you have conceived them, adopted, or you mentor a mom. But you're also a business owner, and the two worlds can merge. And so to me, that's what a mompreneur is.
Here's what I saw you do with that. Yes, you had that boundary set with your clients in your session. Look, if my husband or my children need me, I will step away and do that. However, your husband and your children also knew your business hours.
Absolutely.
You were structured with your business hours.
Absolutely.
So if they called during that time, it's because they needed to.
It's because
otherwise they stay out of the way. These are the hours. They understood that. And I thought that was great boundary.
Yes, it's about compartmentalizing. And so like when I'm in my office working, everything else, the door is shut. That door is open. But when I leave my office, office hours, that's shut.
You shut the door.
I shut that door and I'm with my family. And I don't merge the two. Like when I'm not coaching, or I'm not, out speaking or whatever. That's like when I came in here, I said, Brandon, if you need someone, you call staff, you call Nana. I'm in a podcast interview. Okay. And so no one calls me. So I set that boundary and I communicated, but a lot of business owners don't know how to compartmentalize. All their worlds kind of collide together, and then time management becomes an issue. Then they're late, not showing up, but that's life. And it's us just working to get better at compartmentalizing. That took a lot, especially when you're going through crisis. Yeah. When you are going through crisis, your worlds collide, and it's hard to keep them separate. And it's really hard to just even run your business, but learning how to compartmentalize is very important to the success of growth of your business.
So you have this caregiving aspect of your personality, the ministry, the way you see the whole person, the way you choose to love your family. How do you, what compartment is your self-care in? How do you take care of you?
I am a foodie. Okay. I'm a foodie. And so I love going to dinner. Like that is my time and my husband knows, he's like, okay, go.
So you'll take yourself to
Yes,
dinner.
I'll go. Or, I have such a large family and we love spending time together. And so either I'm going to dinner with my family or I have best friends that we've been friends since middle school, so that's my time in investing in me. And I love it. I love going out to dinner, just sitting, chatting, talking about, even if we're talking about family stuff or kids stuff, but that's where I kind of invest in me, going out, spending time with the family. That's not my immediate family or my friends. I love to travel too. I love going out of town and all that good stuff, or being by myself. There are times where I will just leave everybody and go in the room and just be by myself. And so,
I say now with myself.
With myself,
rather than by myself. This semantics for some, but it was a shift for me as
I like that.
An extrovert.
Yeah.
Full on. Although something changing as I'm aging. I think I'm enjoying with myself more than I used to.
Oh my gosh.
And I used to have a bit of FOMO. I'm like, bless your heart. Show me the pictures. I'm glad you had a good time. I don't have to be at all the things.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I don't want to come.
I'm learning that I enjoy time with myself. And so, that used to be, it's now a new way of recharging, I'll say, for me.
Yeah.
That I've learned to expand and to incorporate. So when you are with yourself, reading, writing,
watching TV. I mean,
sure.
Here's my thing. I love superhero movies.
I do too.
So I dive all the way in. That is where I can just, my mind can go.
So you a Marvel? What's your universe?
Listen. So the Unstoppable community. So I said I am the unstoppable one, right? Okay. But I love Marvel. I love DC Legend. I love that. That allows me to escape and not think about the everyday worries. And so I love Transformers. I have watched Transformers over and over and over and over and over. And I even I know the whole spiritual world, blah, 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 with the Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter.
It's well written. I remember when that was all controversial.
Yeah,
Christian community, and I decided, because I'm like, you're not gonna tell me, but
no, not at all.
I read the books, the first couple of books, and then told my children, this is literature. I want you to read it. Plus, it was going to be this big cultural thing. You knew that was coming. I need to be able to engage it with you, particularly if it goes somewhere that I don't.
Absolutely.
It's going to be all around you. And we're going to need to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was so incredibly well written. Now, yes, the books got increasingly darker, but they were also much more mature.
They were growing up, and it's really watching our kids grow up. Yeah. Over the summer we went to Universal Studios, and my oldest was just in heaven at the Harry Potter, because he loves Harry Potter.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, my son and daughter-in-law went early this year.
Amazing. Amazing. And now they have 2 new amusement parks. I mean, just amazing. But it was great to see.
Y'all can pay us, Universal. I'm just saying.
Right, because this is free advertisement.
Commercial right here.
But it was like us actually walking into the movies, and it was wonderful. So I think we love the movies. Okay. We will go to the movies. Yeah. I mean, We just love the movie. So with myself,
Yeah.
watching movies,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's sleeping.
Okay, listen. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes sleep because I get up at 4:15 and I go work out at 5 a.m. And so consistently doing that every day, sometimes I get a little tired.
Yeah,
You know, but I know the older I get, it just keeps me moving.
moving.
Yeah, it really, really does. And I can get on that treadmill and I'm just like, okay, I feel better.
Yeah, I am not the person that ever leaves a workout feeling energized. I watch my husband. He's like, whoo, you know, no, I want to nap every time, but I feel the benefit later on. Like I have more energy throughout the day. I sleep better the next night, that kind of thing. But I don't feel like I just got pumped up and ready to go. I see him get sleep. My husband's the kind of person that you'll see exercising in the gay area of I used to be embarrassed, but now I'm like, listen, I appreciate that you're taking care of yourself in that way. And there are other people looking at you wishing they had the courage to do push-ups on the floor. Whatever.
It just, for me, I can tell when I don't work out because I sleep later.
Yeah.
The earlier I get up, the more work I can accomplish. Like before my 5-year-old wakes up, I can accomplish a lot. You know, my oldest, he's driving.
They've been giving me the sign. I keep ignoring them. Sometimes it's like, sorry. I know you got more to edit.
You know, but anyways, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Yeah.
Themes when I think about some things that have come out of this conversation, and there's so many places that we didn't get to go that I wanted to talk about in terms of just how you knew to move in spaces. We talked a little bit about calling. I think sometimes when you're not embracing your calling, you know there's a void.
Yeah.
You know,
but you know what? There's one thing too, when you know your calling, you can be tapped out. And I think I just came out of a season of burnout.
Okay.
I was in a season, all the things that I've accomplished, all the many things that I've done, I went through a season where I was doubting if this is truly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I realized that I was burnt out. And so, you know, as business owners, like a lot of times when you're the strong one, you still need a strong one.
Yes,
you know?
do. Yes, you do.
And I didn't really have anyone who could really speak into me on the business world. You know what I mean? And so I tapped out. Okay. I did. And I was just like, oh God, is this really what you want me to do? You know, I'm constantly speaking into people's lives. Who's speaking into mine? You know? And so I had to get myself.
Did you find someone to speak to you?
Not necessarily, but I found a group of women that I was not looking for, that I knew that I need. Well, I didn't know that I needed, but I found them. Yeah. And so I will say yes. Okay. I will say yes. You know, I think I needed to be spoken into on that spiritual side. And so yeah, I think I have. And I'm coming back. I'll say that. Okay. And I'm feeling more energized and I'm feeling better. But I have been on that race of building my coaching firm and, you know, hiring and doing this and doing that and running, where I literally burnt out.
Well, you know what I think is important, and I'm thinking of some themes that I've heard in our conversation. There's absolutely discipline. Yeah. There is faith and response to leading. That is important. There's priority. Priorities are clear to you, your Lord, your family, your business, your people. And there's this space of infilling, self-care. And I also see the theme of community, not just the community that you create through your business coaching or the communities that you minister to, but the community that came to you to help feed you. Yeah. And I think those are important elements for everyone. But also I think to peel the layer back and to see that successful people that are living that thing that you think you want to get to have gone through the same stuff that you do. They get tired, they get discouraged, they get confused, we make mistakes. There's pain, there's loss, there's heartache, there's rebirth, there's resilience, there's joy, there are glimmers and not just triggers. Yeah. And so that's true to the human experience. And I think the difference in those that move toward their dreams or their calling is that they understand the humanity of that. Yeah. And so you don't stay in this place where you beat yourself up because you're struggling.
Yeah.
You see the humanity of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to get the aggressive wrap up, Davia. But I think this is important to say because somebody is looking and they're seeing your public persona, and you are bad. Amen. You are gifted. You are brilliant. You are beautiful. You have this beautiful family. You married a beautiful man.
Oh my gosh!
You know?
Oh my gosh!
And,
beautiful.
But you went through in many transitions.
I did, but now I can minister to women that are going through, that there is light on the end of the tunnel.
There is light on the other side, and our stories aren't just for ourselves.
Yeah.
There's something I read sometimes, the wisdom of Instagram, and I wish I knew who to give credit to, but there was a saying, and I'm not going to say it eloquently, but it's something like, she thought she was buried, but she was really planted.
Girl, now that'll make you run around the room.
That'll make you run around. I love that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you to my team for letting me run over a little bit. Well, they couldn't stop me anyway, so that's how that goes. I am so glad to have this conversation with you.
Thank you for having me.
It was not enough. It never feels like enough. So we hold the door open for a part 2 at some point.
Absolutely. Just call me.
I would love that.
Yeah,
all right.
This was great.
Thank you, Shaniece. Thank you for being authentic, for leaning into your calling, for moving forward in self-determination.
Yeah.
Right? I thought that was a comma, but it's going to be a period right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's talk about this drink. And you're going to see the B-roll. It always looks good. We have tea. It's Sister Teas, a black-owned tea business. I'm not sure what they're out of. We'll check that out. We're doing the orange Moroccan mint. So I just brewed some loose leaf tea, garnished it with a couple of mint leaves, dried orange wheel. We were working on getting the right sweetness. We got a little honey and a sugar cube in here and some cream, but it came together.
It did.
And so cheers to Sister Teas and cheers to you. All right, my dear. All right, guys. Hey, good people. Thank you for tuning in. I am confident, as I always am, that there was something in this conversation, that you resonated with, and maybe it'll cause you to shake some things up in your own life. All right? Peace. Till next time.